What's up, everybody? How we doing? This is FD and JP from Rolling with FD.
What's going down?
Is there a super team in 5-10 years of Ja, Luka, Jokic, and Zion? You know I love this question.
No, go ahead.
Everybody's saying something about base cards recently. What's wrong with base cards? JP, what's your favorite 70s song? What's the play? What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What's going on out there? What's happening? It is 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
JP, you know what that means?
Yeah. It's time to roll, baby.
Yeah, it's time for What's the Play.
Yeah, What's the Play live, baby.
Live. So how have you been, man? What's going on? What's new and exciting?
Bro, what's going on and exciting for me is, man, I just know that Joe Burrow is going to handle his business in this Super Bowl, baby.
So you think Joe Burrow's going to win, correct?
Yeah, bro, he got a lot of weapons. He got Nixon. You know what I'm saying? He got Jamar Chase. He got my man, was it T. Higgins?
Yeah, got some players.
Yeah, he got some players, bro.
Yeah, he's got some players. What's up, Richard? Yeah, he's got some players. I believe. I want to hear from him. We're going to go through this some more as we get more people on. But I want to hear what people think about who's going to win the Super Bowl, because I think the Cincinnati Bengals are about to win the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See what our people that's on tonight think. What's up, Sydney?
Hey, what's up, Sydney?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. You know, hopefully everybody's had a chance to get some dinner in. You know, get bellies full. Get ready to get on here and get this in.
Yeah.
You know? Colorado Sports Too. Yo, I made it. Hope everyone's doing well. Good to have you here, Colorado Sports Too.
Yes, sir. What's up, my dude?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so I believe Cincinnati is going to win the game. You know, I think when you get to this point, everyone that's in the Super Bowl can win the Super Bowl. You know, it's not like who's getting in the playoffs or what's going to happen there. Everybody that's in can win. But I just Cincinnati has a team like we talked about. They have a running back, Joe Mixon. They have wide receivers that are exceptional wide receivers. Like they take it to the next level, and all of them are young in their career. They have a pretty decent offensive line. They need to hold together enough for Burrow to be able to get the ball to the wide receivers, block enough for Mixon to control some of that clock.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a decent tight end too. I wonder if the tight end, is he going to be playing? Is he healthy?
Yeah, they were talking about I think he may be back. I don't know yet. I haven't caught up on that. And then also today was media day, right?
Yeah, media day live. Started early this morning, bro. Started early. After they got through showing all of my man TB12, the GOAT's Super Bowls, bro.
So today, I don't know if everybody sees it. You know, I have an official Michigan jersey on. It doesn't have the 12 on. It has my favorite number on it, but this is dedicated right here. This little bit of gear right here to Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
Had to do something for him today, you know.
Okay.
You know, he put his touch. I've watched on NFL Network the Super Bowl versus the Atlanta Falcons. They also had on the other day the Butler did it, the Super Bowl where they should have ran Marshawn Lynch, but they decided to pass the ball. I even went back to watch the end of the first Super Bowl that Brady won. Last night, the Tuck Rule was on ESPN. That was something interesting to watch. You know, it's always good to see Charles Woodson get his Charles Woodson on.
Yeah.
It's always good to see.
Two Michigan cats battling each other.
Yeah, sitting down talking to each other. Charles Woodson talked about how Brady was just coming to Michigan when he was leaving. You know, he had won the Heisman and did this, that, and the other. Was playing offense and defense at Michigan, catching balls. And here comes Tom Brady, lanky, a little awkward. And then we know what he did. Ernest, what's up? Good morning.
Good
Afghanistan
morning.
is in the house. Stay safe, Army Rangers. Sydney
Yes,
says
sir.
money is with LA and Betty. Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm. But Sydney, did you let me know who you think's gonna win, Sydney? Who you think is gonna pull this game out? I can tell you this: if LA does lose, they got to make some changes on that team. There are some players that Von Miller in particular. I know he's a hired Ian rusher, but he
Yes.
won't be back next year. So
No.
at least I don't
No.
think so. We'll see. Flea market mixtape, nice. Just starting, huh? What's up, fellas? What's
Yeah.
up, flea market?
What's up? What's up?
Appreciate you having you here. Appreciate everybody that's good that moved over with that time change and is
Yes, indeed.
still kicking it with us. Colorado Sports 2, JP. You're breaking up on my end a little bit. Anywhere else in the stream good?
Oh man, I'm breaking up. Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right. We got Big Dude. I like that name. Man, that Falcons Super Bowl, boy, that was something. Julio made the greatest catch in history. I saw that catch on the sideline. That was
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It goes, remember about me. That was bananas when we saw that. We got D Hughes in the house.
What's up?
Hopefully Brady is watching on YouTube because he has nothing to do this Sunday. I'm pretty sure he'll find his way somewhere around the TV, kind of watching that game as he's doing something else. Probably writing his next book or working on his speech that he's about to give somewhere, or calling a collegiate team or a high school team, giving them some motivational talk. He'll find a way to keep himself busy,
Now, this guy's getting ready to be a billionaire with his TB12 method. He got a lot of things going on.
He just launched a clothing line. Tom Brady's about to get into a whole lot of stuff. But Demetrius, it's good to have you here. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Richard says a former coworker went to Michigan, and she was classmates with Brady and Woodson. Cool, really?
Oh wow,
interesting.
Very interesting. Yes, sir.
So now, has she weighed in, Richard, and said anything about that tuck rule? Was that really a fumble, or was that an incomplete pass? And y'all tell me on here as well. What do you all think? Was that a fumble or an incomplete pass? I think it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I would say it's an incomplete pass, man. This dude was trying to throw the ball.
I said last night watching that, and even before, Woodson did himself in. Woodson got there so fast. He came around that corner so fast that Brady didn't have a chance to take the ball that he was about to throw and bring it to this hand or even tuck it in.
Yeah.
Woodson was there.
Very good point. Yeah,
very rarely in a playoff game will you see a guy turn a corner and he basically ran a 40 to Brady. And he was coming.
Yeah, he was coming.
He was coming to do damage, man. Didn't work out for him. Colorado Sports Dude, man, I need to get my jersey game up. Like 95% more than what I have. I have a worn out Jerry Rice Broncos jersey and a Derek Wolfe rookie year auto jersey. Boy, Derek Wolfe.
Oh, wow. Yes.
But hey, Colorado, this is what I say, man. Wear your Jerry Rice worn out Broncos jersey. Wear it. So what I did was a few years back, right? I invested in some jerseys. Like this jersey I have on right now, I've taken care of it, but I've had this jersey for like 12 years.
Wow.
Like 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've had this jersey. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it's, But I say where your especially Jerry Rice Broncos. Most people don't even have that. They don't even know about that.
No, man.
You can walk around and just drop knowledge. Can't miss your show, Ernest. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. I really
appreciate you.
appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Sydney Dolphins. I like Stafford storyline. Burrow, young, plenty of time. LA to win. Okay, all right. But what if Stafford loses? So he's lost ever since he's been in Detroit. I always joke that he sent Megatron into early retirement, and then he gets to the Super Bowl. He sent Megatron to early retirement. Somebody may argue. What's that?
I would say the franchise sent him in early retirement.
Yeah, but if you watch those old games, right? Stafford wasn't hitting that guy, man. There was stuff overthrown, stuff underthrown. Megatron's working to get to the ball a lot of time. It wasn't like he turned around and he's working. He's with a Tom Brady or something, or John Elway or Dan Marino. He just turn around. It's just almost like clockwork.
Now if he was with Brady, bro, come on now.
If Megatron was with Brady, cancel every record book. And I got mad respect for Randy Moss, but you can cancel almost every record book for a wide receiver. If Megatron, JP, if Megatron was with, bro, you getting me hyped? If Megatron was with Brady,
yes, sir.
Man, please.
Yes, sir.
I pay to see that right now. I pay to see Megatron come out right now and just run some routes with Brady throwing the ball.
Okay, this will be my key. This will be my key matchup right here. My key. Let Brady come out of the huddle, right? Anybody from the Hall of Fame. Give me Megatron on the X, Y, and Z, right? Give me Megatron. Give me Randy Moss and give me T.O. And let Brady just go work.
Yeah, that would be like a video game team that you put together. I don't know who's stopping that. Oh, she's a big Michigan alumni. That's cool, man. Most people that I know that went to Michigan are big Michigan people. You can ask my boy Demetrius here. Demetrius got some mad love for Michigan, man. As he should. As he should. Colorado Sports Dude, that's a good question. If anyone can remember, Jerry Rice played the preseason only. There you go. With the Broncos, but retired after I think that was close to correct. Yeah. Yep. He also played a little bit with Seattle.
Yep. Sure did.
Our big dude said, after you plan on going to any Northern California shows? Yeah, I plan to. We went to the Fairfield show, the first Fairfield show. I think it was the first one. We went to that one. Yeah, I plan to come to some Northern California shows. I would like to. Big dude, please always let me know. I try to check different sources to let me know what shows are going on at. But let me know if something's coming up. I would like to get up there this year. It's I really enjoy NorCal. So it'd be good to be up there. Richard Perez, who will win more Super Bowls, Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert? This is hard. This question has come up. What do you think, JP? Because this question has come up before. So many intangibles. There's so many things that could happen.
I mean, both of them have so many weapons when you think about it. As far as from the tight ends to the run, they both have great running backs. They both have great receivers. They have both great tight ends. Now, Joe Burrow's offensive line could be a little bit better. Both of them have excellent defenses. So to me, this one would be a toss-up.
I mean, you just never know. You never know if the quarterback gets hurt. You never know what players. I mean, I went back to look at that first Super Bowl with Brady. You don't know who these people are going to be playing with 12, 15 years from now, 8 years from now, 3 years from now. You just don't know. I think they're both going to represent they're going to represent their team and their city well. They're going to play aggressive football, competitive football. I just don't know. I like both of them. the same amount. I mean, they both bring great things to the field as far as from the quarterback position and how they play the game, how they read defenses.
Yes.
Herbert's arm is just rare. I'm not saying Burrow
Yeah.
doesn't have an arm, but Herbert's arm is just rare to see.
Yeah, he has a missile.
When he
He
aims
does.
and fires, that ball is moving. So I wish them both the best. Right now, I guess you would lean towards Burrow because he's in the Super Bowl. We gotta get the Chargers to the playoffs. In the playoffs, doing something, which I don't think we're that far away from. This year they should have a decent draft pick and draft picks.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see what they do with that. Richard, Joe Burrow can't hold a ball long against that Rams defensive line, or he'll have a long night. We'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Let me drop this on Mr. Perez.
Go ahead.
Okay, you may have a point, but you're going to have to pick your poison because Joe Mixon can block. He also can come out of the backfield, but also Joe Burrow can run just as well. So it's like pick your poison on what you want to do. We've seen it done. 49ers, when they played the Rams, exposed them. They almost exposed them last game. So it can be done. You just gotta have a quarterback that's mobile, that can get a quick read and handle his business.
This is what I have to say. These are two things. Everybody talks about defense, right? Let's say you do these two things. You tell me what happens, JP. Let's say you double team Aaron Donald. And when I say double team in various forms, you bring a guard down with the center, you bring a guard with the tackle, or you leave that open and chip with a tight end or somebody in motion, along with a lineman, right? Let's say somebody's pulling or somebody's doing just that or the other. And then let's say you do the same with Von Miller. Like you got a wide receiver chipping on him in motion. You have a tight end. You set up a tight end to kind of work with him along with you double teaming him as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do the Rams do then? Because that's the Belichick way, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope everybody out there knows that when the Rams went to the Super Bowl versus Brady, did you hear Aaron Donald's name that night?
Zero.
When the Patriots played the Bears, do you hear what's the Bears defensive end from the Raiders? 52. Khalil Mack. Do you hear Khalil Mack's name when they play the Patriots?
No.
No, because there's going to be some chipping, some double teams from various places. You're going to think you have an open shot to somebody, and then somebody else is going to be in your face that you're not even thinking about. So that's what I predict to happen. If those two guys on that defensive line are thoroughly blocked 75% of the time, they're good players, so it's not going to be the whole game. Good evening, Feed the Goats. Yeah. What happens then? And I think that's what we may see in the Super Bowl.
Oh, let me talk this one on you, FD. You remember Belichick's first Super Bowl? The fastest show on turf, right?
Yep.
What did Belichick do? He hit them dudes all night. Even when they didn't have the ball, it was hitting them. Definitely when they had the ball.
He hit Marshall Faulk from about right here to the heel of his feet. Everything on him got destroyed. You just kept seeing, if you go back and watch the game, right? Because I like to watch old games. You just kept seeing Marshall Faulk like looking up at the Jumbotron with his eyes wide. The whole night. Every play is like, man, I just got racked on that play. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, what did that was all because as a player, right? Go back to being a player. You're looking up to see where did that guy come from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what you're looking up for. And this was Marshall Faulk the entire night.
Yeah.
Look at Demetrius talking about go blue.
Go blue.
That's good stuff, man. Great school. I used to go up there and visit, and it's a great environment. I know what my man has pride in. It's a great place. Jeeves says, Megatron, no Randy Moss. Oh, I think you're saying Stafford. Stafford became a long ball passer in the league because of Megatron. Yeah, he did. Stafford just has
I
to show
can't.
me. I just gotta. Stafford just has to show me. I have to see the clock go to 3 zeros, 3, and then I got to see. I'm getting hyped here. Then I got to see Stafford on the podium. I just got to see that. I've seen a lot of Stafford football. A lot. I've watched a lot of Detroit Lions back in the day. I just got to see that.
I'm
I
trying
got
to
to see. Another
recall.
thing I got to see. I got to see Odell Beckham. Right. He had 100-something yards in the last game. He hasn't had a lot of success in his career in the last 3 or 4 years. I just got to see. I have to see that.
Yeah.
I got to see Cooper Kupp, who's done it, right? He's had a historic season, right? I just got to see how he finishes this season off on Sunday. I guess somebody on the other side could say, well, FD, I got to see what Burrow does. I got to see what the receivers do and what their running back does. I can see that. But the Bengals have a defense.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good defense. Don't think that
Oh yeah.
Stafford and all the guys are going to come out and just walk right through that defense. That's not going to happen.
No.
So
No. If you just seen what they did to Kansas City.
yeah, look at Kansas City. Kansas City did not score another point for quarters. No one predicted that. We were watching the game. We were at a card show here. We're at the Card Stock Trading Show. I walk up to a guy who's watching the game, sitting right by the TV. And I said, who you think's going to win this game? And he's like, oh, I'm going with the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to win this game. And I said, okay, well, I believe the Bengals are going to come back and win this convincingly. And he looked like, no. That defense is no joke. What's up, Julius? What's going on? Thank you for being here, sir.
What's up? What's up, my man?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Flea market. I heard Mike Williams won't get re-signed for the Chargers. Too expensive. He should be expensive. What do you think, JP? You seen Mike Williams play, right?
Oh yeah. A warrior, bro. Yeah, a warrior. If they will find a way how to keep that dude.
If he's not there, they have to get Stafford some talent. I mean, they have to get Herbert some talent if he's not there.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he kept drives alive during the season. I watched a lot of Chargers games during the season. Kept drives alive. All right. Colorado says, man, thinking old school rules without cameras or new rules. That's a fumble by Brady. Either throw the ball or don't. But see, under the guidelines of the Tuck rule, right? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the black and white of what the word says on the paper. If you're going to throw the ball, right? Just because this motion stops doesn't mean that's still not a throw attempt, right? So you're throwing the ball. You got to bring that ball in and tuck that ball as if you were about to run ahead or do something as a running back now or as a running player. If your arm is still out here anywhere, that's an incomplete pass. That's the rules that are written on paper. So if I do this, and then Colorado, you hit my hand, you chop, and you knock the ball out, that's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete, baby, all day long.
Now what happened was Woodson turned the corner so quick, and he's coming, that he didn't even give Brady a chance to, because you could tell, you could see, and Brady even spoke on this. He's about to throw the ball. His person is not open. He holds on to the ball. At that time, he's hit. As soon as he does this, he's hit.
Yeah.
So if Woodson was a step slower, 2 steps slower, Brady's bringing that ball in and tucking it. Now, if he swipes that out, that's a fumble.
There you have it. It ain't no different than the foul that went when the Bucks played the Rams. That hit they talking about that Mike Evans took at the last. What's the name? Anybody knows the football that have played the game.
But you know how they called that though, JP? They said the ball was incomplete, hit the ground, then he got hit.
Yeah,
So they assessed
yeah,
the penalty on the kickoff. Now, if that ball was still in the air and he got hit like that, now that's an automatic first down.
yeah, yeah. But we all know who have played the game. Any other time they want to flag on that, bro. You get 15 yards automatically out the gate with that.
So we got Feed the God saying, I've been following the great curator and Merle World Cards, two great content creators for a while. And I've heard a lot of you, FD, really enjoy your content. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot, Feed the Gods, for you to say that. And put that in the comments and relay that message. I really appreciate you. I respect the great curator and Merle World Cards. We all see each other a lot. We're out and about and we see each other a lot. And I respect those two a lot. So I appreciate that. GGX Cards just tuned in. Love you guys' show. What's your grail cards you've always been chasing? I talked, I think last week about I'm looking for a Jim Brown rookie card. And I'm looking for a certain type of Willie Mays card. Those are two cards that are historically in the world of sports important to me in the collection. JP, what do you think?
Those are excellent cards. I mean, you got to think those two individuals were dynamic in what they did at the time that they did them. Historically, them two individuals, you can say, changed the game of baseball and football in some ways, shape, or form. When you think about it. So yeah, those two are great cards, man. Legendary cards. While they're still living, even when they pass on, those cards will be talked about generations to come.
Hey, Marcus, let me know what you're talking about when you say pick your poison. Maybe it might have been something that we talked about in the past. I want to make sure that I talk through that with you. And as well as the note that you have. Let me know what you're talking about. We may have passed something here. Jason, what's up, Jason? I hope everyone is doing well. Donna is going to own the Bengals, O-line, in my opinion. Looking forward to a great game. Rolling with FD. I appreciate you, sir. You know I do. Tell Camden I said, what's up? Your whole family, tell you your daughters and your other children, I said, what's up? I appreciate you being here, sir. Really do. All right, Marcus. Marcus saying, let's go. Marcus, you chop. I don't know. You got bruh, pick your poison. You got nope. And you said, let's go. So something tells me you're a Rams fan. I just want to know what's going on. You know what's happening. All right. Or he could be. Let's do this in reverse, right? He could say pick your poison on what the Bengals about to bring to the play. He's like, nope, Rams ain't winning this. And he's like, let's go Burrow. It could be either way, right?
Flip of the coin.
Hey, Julius, Burrow has that special mix of chip on his shoulder. He does. He has a certain swag about himself. Confidence and to me at the same time. Supreme confidence in himself. Won't forget him breaking his finger, going to the sideline. I remember that night and going back into the game. He's a different guy, man. Those are the things that JP and we used to talk about. I just look at him and I see determination. He knows his playbook. He can execute from a physical perspective. He can run the ball. He has an arm to throw. He's a gamer. I think that's the best thing to say about him. I just thought he is a gamer. He's a guy that if you're in the huddle with him, you like, hey, no matter what, you got Joey B over here. He's going to take care of us. So, Sydney, let's pump our brakes a little bit. So, Melo, we were talking about this, right? Melo got that all-star spot because of an injury.
Yeah, it ain't like he was selected first starter. No.
Yeah, it ain't like he just came with it. Yeah. I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for him, but Melo turns the ball over. Sometimes he does not play defense, but I still
think it's other people they could have picked for that spot.
But you know, when you talk about TV coverage, right? You want those young names out there. You want Anthony Edwards. I'm
Of
surprised
course,
Anthony Edwards didn't make the team. You want
that's what
Melo.
I'm saying. That's how that would be my first choice to take that spot. But like you said, to me, it's just nothing more than a popularity contest. Who was popular at the time? Who's hot? Who's showboating? Who bring that flash, that flair to the game? But what I speak on before is longevity. You better to still have that flash, that style of play 10, 20 years down, 10, 15 years down the road if you're still playing. Right?
True. So I want to take this moment to talk about two individuals that are crucial in the world of sports, right? And the progression of the world of sports. One is Jackie Robinson, whose birthday was on January 31st. And one is Hank Aaron.
1919.
Yes. Yes. And one is Hank, who will be 103. Yes. And one's birthday is Hank Aaron, who was born on February 5th.
Yep.
Two giants in the game. I just want to recognize them, say thank you to them. I'm a big fan of both. I know there are a lot of people that love both players. Just want to tip my hat to them. Did a lot for the world of baseball and beyond.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what Julia says, would I be surprised if Burrow pulls out something special this year? No. Go back. Burrow was won the Heisman, top draft pick, got hurt, fought back from a pretty serious knee injury to be where he is right now. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm with you, Julius. Melo got an all. You see, Julius. I'm with him. Melo got an all-star spot. Yeah, it's good to see somebody who kind of has the same. Sometimes I think like, man, am I too hard on these players? But I watch a lot of Charlotte games. I'm sitting here and I watch a lot of Charlotte games, and he'll turn the ball over now. He'll definitely turn the ball over. He has a good lawyer. Huh? Somebody got him in there. Triple B. Triple B. Yeah, the Triple B's never lost, have they? They always work it out. That's true. All right, Big Dude said, I agree. If Herbert has a special arm, he just looks like he's cut from a different cloth. He's a different player. And I just sat back and was like, let's see what he does his second year. He's different. He's different. He has a dominating arm. He can run the ball. He's reading defenses. You don't see him haphazardly throw the ball somewhere. And he can throw from the right hash to the left sideline on a beam and hit Mike Williams out there, hit somebody. It's special. He's going to do great things if he's healthy, can stay healthy in his career, and nothing really happens to him.
Well, I think the other thing is that their coach, his decision making is not sound when it comes to coaching these guys. He has a lot of talent, and he cost them games during the regular season. We've been talking about the Chargers here, possibly instead of the Rams or the Bengals, with the type of defense that they have, and that they have both defense and his position, his sound making decisions as far as the coach is not smart.
Yeah, I agree. The head coach needs some adjustments just for himself. You can't go on fourth down all the time. You can't put that strain on your defense if you don't make it and put them in a compromised situation. So hopefully someone in the front office calls a meeting soon and just sits down and talk about what's your philosophy. Like, how do you coach? You would think someone would have known that before, but he has shown that he can be a gambler from the sidelines. So this is a question here, right? Mambas Marvels. Now that Tom Brady is riding off into the sunset, What are your thoughts on the upcoming Kyle Trask hype? Right. I don't think much about Kyle Trask. Not since he was in college. Um, um, I'd even come up with a nickname that was Kyle Trash when he was in college. I don't think too much of him. I don't believe Tampa Bay is going to turn their franchise over to Kyle Trask. I could be wrong. I don't see that. And if they decide to go that route, it'd be interesting to see who's their backup quarterback. Because I don't think Kyle Trask is going to be starting too many games too long. I just don't think so.
To me, right now, they should be searching for a quarterback and some other pieces. They have an excellent team, but the problem is when we see it doing Brady's run, if you got Brady hurt, it's a problem. When it comes to the offensive line and also to the secondary. You know, these guys can play, but they have to be healthy. And you have to have pieces that can step in the back of this fight. The next man up is what's in question.
Did Zach LaVine make the All-Star team? I don't think so. Nope. He's one of those players you can talk about, definitely. Like, he's not there, but Ball is there. You know. Also on the other side of things, right? Let's play the getting butts and seats and eyes on views on the TV, right? Zach LaVine is like non-controversial, which should be a good thing. He doesn't say too much. He has no off the court issues. He doesn't play in a street ball kind of way on the court. He's none of that. So some people may think that he's like boring. A player like that, I enjoy watching. I like Zach LaVine a lot. And it's not because he plays with the Bulls. It's just the way he plays ball. That's what I like.
Yeah, he did. To me, I think you put pieces around him. I think that dude could carry a franchise, to be honest with you. Just by his skill set. I think he has a great skill set. I think a lot of players around him better. As you can see, with DeRozan came there. DeRozan's career was in the toilet when he came there. When he got with the Bulls, he resurrected his career.
And with DeRozan, you got to wonder: is it because he moved teams, went somewhere else? Like what was that? Well, I wonder what clicked in his head. I'd love to hear an interview to have him talk about that. If something I've missed, somebody let me know. Sidney Jack Johnson is in that mix as a boxer. But he's probably next level as far as a card perspective for me. I went to a show recently and saw a Jack Johnson card. Got me really excited about. I started doing some research on other Jack Johnson cards. He also did a whole lot.
Yeah. I just sent you a clip on Jack Johnson.
Yeah. Yep. Marcus, I've never showed I'm picking the LA Rams. JP said pick your poison with Joy B, and that's the truth. I'm thinking he will eat AD and VM with smarts. Yeah. Marcus is he's throwing some knowledge on the table right there.
Yeah.
Mama Marvels. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Bucks?
No way.
No, I don't think so. Also, what do you think about Kyler Murray going to the Texans? I don't foresee that happening.
No way.
The current social media drama. Break that down. Am I missing something? What is the social media drama? Kyler Murray has some drama?
No, I think he's talking about the speculate. You know how people get on social media and speculate where they think player may go.
Oh no, I'm reading right here on CBS Sports. Kyler Murray unfollows Cardinals on social media, deletes all his franchise-related pictures.
Yeah,
Mamba coming with the breaking news. Interesting. Yeah, Yahoo Sports says Kyler Murray scrubs social media, no longer follows Cardinals. Isn't it interesting that in today's time, right? If what if Walter Payton would have deleted the Chicago Bears on his
Oh,
Facebook? It's interesting how athletes today, like they passive aggressively make a statement. Now what? Now watch how this plays out, JP. Kyler Murray be back in training camp in preseason with the Arizona Cardinals.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's going nowhere.
Yeah, he'll be back, and then somebody will say, yeah, Kyler, I mean, what was up with you deleting? Well, I was just taking a step back from all social media. I decided to take my place of employment, off off my Instagram and my Twitch and my. Come on, man.
Oh man, that's too funny.
Kyler
Yeah,
Murray should be somewhere. Kyler Murray should be. This is interesting to me, man, because I thought in the playoffs when they got put out, how's he going to respond to this? How's he going to respond with his level of play that he just did in the playoffs? And he is talking about deleting his team on social media. Maybe somebody pulled him in a room and said, "Hey, man, you didn't play well the last game, and we don't know, your future. We just don't know." And then he just came out like, "I'm starting." He came out, man. I'm not having it, man. I can't believe that. I chose to play football. I could be playing baseball right now. I don't know.
Yeah, he could.
He could. I was actually surprised he didn't go that route. Somebody probably told him we got a lot of shortstops. There's a lot of shortstops out there. There's not too many quarterbacks. Yeah, I would take Levine over Melo too. I'm actually loving more and more Anthony Edwards, the way he plays ball. But, it all level out. I say all the time, Jordan should have more MVPs than he did, but they had to give some to Magic Johnson. So, who knows, man? Who knows? Ian, thank you. Thank you very much. FD roll call. Thank you.
Baby.
Trevor?
I cannot see him going to Tampa Bay.
No, I don't see that. It'd be interesting to see where Aaron Rodgers goes. Some people have been talking about Denver Broncos. You've heard different teams. It'll be interesting. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up. So the NBA, they've been talking about Harden going to the Sixers and Ben Simmons going to the Nets. I don't think any of that's happened.
No, that's not going to happen. You giving up a player that can shoot inside, outside, that could create his own shot to a person that does not have a jump shot, that does not shoot free throws very well, and it needs to work on his game more.
So I see Julius's point here. I disagree with marketability on Levine. If Kyrie can't be marketable, someone will figure it out. But only thing I'm going to ask you, Julius, I agree with that. I agree with that totally. I've only seen Zach LaVine in a Sprite commercial with Zion Williamson. That's all I've seen. You don't really see him doing an interview. I've watched Bull games. At the end of the game, the reporter doesn't go talk to Zach LaVine. They go talk to DeRozan. They've even talked to the kid from University of Illinois. I forget his name. That's on that team. They talked to. I don't see anybody talking to Zach LaVine. Maybe it's the thing that maybe he's like Tim Duncan. He doesn't really want to do that. But I just don't see him. And so that and I don't hear from him. And those are the things that make me start to think like, okay, you put Zach LaVine on the team, like, I don't know how excited someone is to be tuning in to watch Zach LaVine. I do know in the hobby, his cars are respected. Prices have went up. People are adding Zach LaVine to their collections. I see his cars on tables for sale and in good grades and in different number variations. So I get that. I'm just speaking about I just want to see more of him. I like players like that can devote themselves to the game and not be a distraction from for their team from the game. So I like players like
Yeah,
that. Ultimately, I want
yeah,
to see more of him. I'm just wondering why I don't. Big dude, I heard the Nets say they would do it if the Sixers throw in Curry. But like that to me, I heard that today too. Like that's an unrealistic trade, right? Why would you throw in
yeah.
Curry? Who's gonna give up Curry? I just don't. I don't know. Well,
I, I,
and
I
let's be truthful, right? We're not talking about the Harden from 4 or 5 years ago. We're talking about a Harden who's carrying extra weight right now. And if you watch games, sometimes he plays tired in the third and fourth quarter. Sometimes he's just giving the ball up to Durant when he was there and not injured, or Kyrie Irving. I don't know. I really don't. To me, both of those players, like I don't know what Ben Simmons is at and where he's going to play, and where his headspace is. And I don't. I know. I think the same things about Harden. Like I don't know what he's thinking, what he's doing. I've heard some other analysts on sports say that Harden is not dedicating himself to his diet or his workouts or anything. He just comes out and plays the ball. I don't really know. But it's Harden, DeRozan, and Curry, Steph Curry, all started the same year.
yeah.
And if you look at their careers, I don't know where Harden is right now. Is Harden past his prime and on the other side of things?
No,
You don't think so?
no,
Okay. I'm starting to think that, JP. Starting to
no.
think he's on the other side of things. He's not at the same place as like a Steph Curry. And we talking about right now. He's not even at the same place as DeRozan. I just don't see it.
I mean, sometimes when you put players together, just it may not be the right mix. You can look at that team when you go back, and you look at that team uh, when they
Oklahoma
all
City?
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that
Yeah,
team,
but
man.
back then Harden was coming off the bench.
But bro, it still don't matter whether you a bench player, whether you 6 man, you come off the bench or whatever. If you doing your thing, you gonna do your thing.
We'll see. We'll see what Harden does to finish out this year. When they're in the playoffs, what is he doing in the playoffs? With Houston, he will go to the playoffs and disappear. So we'll see. I just don't look at James Harden, and I don't see someone who is the desire on the court to just a lot of Nets games now are nationally televised. It's not like a regional. A lot of people are watching the Nets play. I just don't see that. I don't.
Yeah, I think he'll. I mean, I really don't see no decline in play. But I mean, if the dude is healthy,
But
he's lighting it up.
JP, he's healthy. What is Harden hurt? He says he has
I'm
a
like,
hamstring issue, but
yeah, but bro, come on now. A hamstring. We all know that athletes will fight for a hamstring. That take a long time to recover from
I
a
don't know.
hamstring. You ain't like you just out there just, oh, okay, I'm gonna take some weeks off and then I'm back good and no, bro.
I just got to see more,
No.
man. I'm just not.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I can say I want to see a lot more across the board. I can say the same thing about Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but you don't need to
But
see more. But you don't need to see more with Kevin Durant. You need to see more with Kevin Durant.
oh, now
You don't
see,
need
we
to see more.
talking about a whole nother. That's a whole nother tier.
I don't
That's
need
a
to
whole,
see more. I don't need to see more. I've seen what DeRozan has done this year. DeRozan has outplayed James Harden this year. Will you agree with that?
yeah. He's playing well. Like I said, sometimes getting with a new team, new environment, you can't play with certain players. Once you move them, you get to a different city or different what's the name, your headspace. Yeah, you're gonna play well. You will play well.
We'll see how this plays out.
Like
Julia says that was the same with Kawhi in the beginning, though. People didn't even know if he knew how to speak English with the Spurs. That's a good point on Kawhi winning a chip, though, Marcus. That is a good one, Marcus. Marcus said Kawhi won a chip, Zach did not and will not. Harden can catch Steph Curry for 3-point record. Now, Sydney, you know that's not going to happen. You know that's not going to
I have
happen.
to disagree with that. I have to disagree with that one.
Mamba says Harden has never been a good player. He just took advantage of the rules. None of the rules don't work for him. His skill sets are exposed. Some truth to that. That whole pump fake, you falling to me, I go to the line, I shoot 14 free throws a game. That day is gone. Dexo, FD, you have Michael Thomas showing up to your post-Super Bowl screen. Yes, Michael Thomas is going to be in the house.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is coming through. He's going to say what's up to some people. Hopefully everybody knows, after the Super Bowl, JP and I are going to host several different people from the hobby and kind of a rotation just to introduce them. If you don't know them, a lot of them you probably already know. And just to have conversations with them about the hobby, about the game. If they didn't watch the game for any particular reason, that's all good. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And as soon as the game is over, you can tune in into YouTube, go to Roll with FD, and we'll already be on.
Yeah, it's the after party, baby.
The after party is going to be, I think it's going to be real nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be something at the beginning of the year. Yes, it's going to be something at the beginning of the year to get our hobby together. Say what's up, have a little extra fun. I've told each person that's come through to visit it, even if you can come through and just say hello, we're fine. That's great. Really appreciate it. Appreciate their time.
Yeah.
Eric says, I'm shocked that Westbrook won the MVP. Made me think NBA players are not that good. Well, again, right? Westbrook had a triple-double on his side. He had a lot going on, right? He had a big publicity thing going on. He even had Oscar Robertson telling people, y'all need to give this young man more respect. He had Oscar Robertson saying that. So it's interesting to see how things go from one year to the next. Because Westbrook right now with the Lakers, if you look at his statistics, his points, rebounds, assists, and turnovers, he's averaging the same numbers he's always averaged.
Yeah.
It's no different. The difference is the spotlight is on, right? Oh, what's
He's being exposed.
People back in the rafters, like, what is Westbrook doing? And then he's playing with LeBron James, right?
Oh, playing with passive aggressive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a problem. LeBron James looking at the stat sheet while he on the bench. Oh, that blew my mind. LeBron James is checking out. I tell you, he's the coach, the GM, the league scout. He's everything. He's just sitting there looking at, okay, and Westbrook peeping over like, you probably noticing I got 6 turnovers right now in the second quarter.
But what does that tell you?
It tells me that he's the coach, he's the GM, and he's the head scout.
But this is my thing, though, right? Everybody says this guy's the face of the NBA, right? That supposedly he's the GOAT, he's the face of the NBA. I can't believe this guy's still at this level. Name me, other than that other guy, LBJ, what other player you've seen in history?
At 19 years, that's hawking down Julius Randle and blocking the shot from behind?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about that too. I'm talking about also getting fans kicked out of the arena and also getting Draymond Green kicked out of the NBA Finals. Name me one other person that has done that.
Man, you're always going to be like, you'll be somewhere half asleep. Man, I can't believe they kicked Draymond out the finals. What have you ever seen? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Fact.
Do you remember that night? That night they kicked Draymond out. We called each other, and you came on the phone and said, "Have you ever seen this?"
Yes, I
Man,
do. I
man,
recall
please.
that very vividly.
Yeah.
Very vividly, sir.
He says JP's lag is really bad. Drew, I think he's experiencing in his area some internet issues, still pushing through. We'll take that feedback.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we'll take that. Marcus, is Ben hurt? Harden and Ben need a vacation. And I want to get Julius in here. Julius made a good point. He said, "Oh no. Gotta disagree with Harden not being a good player. His attitude, maybe his skill set offensively is unfair almost. So, tri-level scorer, playmaker with high IQ. True. It's just interesting in the world of sports, right? You can have all the offensive ability like a Harden and still not win a championship. Still get to the playoffs and kind of disappear at times. The will to win without anything getting in the way seems to be his biggest obstacle at
Yeah,
times.
dissipates.
I mean, he can play ball. I mean, he can score. You've even seen him step up. Want to play some defense, like last year versus Milwaukee. He wanted to play some defense at some point. He got that whole thing with him and Giannis, and any big man can run the court, and anybody can sit outside and shoot the three. So,
Who are we talking about here?
Glenn says, "FD, your guess is so choppy, can't hardly understand." All right. Big dude, Harden has 22.5, 8, 10.2 stat line, still very productive. Yeah, he's very productive. I don't think anybody can argue his stats. It's just at the end of the day, will he be a player that has won something or scored a lot or put up offensive numbers? Do we follow the NHL at all? I follow the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, I don't dive a lot into the NHL. But Feed, let me know what you'd like to get into. What would you like to talk about? Kawhi is the best player in the NBA if he's healthy. He's definitely up there, Drew. The thing about Kawhi is that his defensive ability is just on a whole nother level.
Yes.
I mean, he plays both sides of the court. He shoots free throws well. He can shoot the three. He has a mid-range jumper that's like throwback. He can do a lot. He can do a whole lot. So there was a story that went around where Aaron Donald, JP, I know you want to talk about Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald told Deebo Samuels before their playoff game that he didn't know who Deebo was. Now, y'all Ram fans out there, do you believe that? Do you believe he doesn't know who Deebo Samuel is? Leading the league and receiving, then took over running back reins and led the league almost each week in all-purpose yards as a running back. Did Aaron Donald really not know who he was?
He knew who he was. He did because they played him twice in the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew who Deebo was. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This type of player that claims that, I don't know who is that, and I don't know who he is. I say the same thing about him in the Super Bowl. Who are you? You disappeared. You disappeared.
I know I'm gonna be looking for him. I'm gonna be looking for him on Sunday. My eyes are gonna be glued. This is how I watch the game, right? My eyes are gonna be glued on offensive and defensive line play, and then I'll see everything else. So I'm gonna be watching Aaron Donald all day Sunday, all day.
Okay, if he is the type of caliber player that he is, why would they have to go out and get Von Miller? Answer me that question. Because they knew he needed some help.
Interesting. But I think Debo is going to show some people next year exactly who he is. Because I foresee, right? I foresee next year that Debo is going to have a quarterback that's going to get him the ball on a regular basis. We're not going to have to turn 10-yard, 12-yard passes into 40-yard games. The ball is going to be out there, it's going to be thrown, and it will be caught. So we talked about Stafford with Megatron. Wait till Debo Samuels gets a quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Expo, not Michael Thomas with the Saints. No, this is Michael Thomas that sometimes is here on this show watching. He was the 100 subscriber contest winner for Rolling with FD. That Michael Thomas. Yeah, that Michael Thomas was the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, I would ask that Michael Thomas some questions. Like, when are you coming back to play ball? Or I would, I always love JP is when who's Michael Thomas's cousin or USC wide receiver. Played with the Jets, played with the Cowboys. He's related to Michael Thomas.
Man.
Him and Bill Parcells did not get along.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Keyshawn Johnson. I would ask Keyshawn Johnson because whenever you talk about Michael Thomas, Keyshawn's like, no, he's answering questions for him. Yeah, Aaron Donald is cocky. I remember when he picked up Devontae Freeman like a kid. Yep. I remember that as well. Well, just curious, Blackhawks are my team's rival. Born in Anaheim, got a little Ducks. I can respect that. I can respect that. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of hockey. I haven't watched a lot of hockey throughout my life. You can name Gordie Howe. I know who that is. Mario Lemieux. I know players. I mean, I know the legendary players, but I don't get a lot in.
Mark Messier.
Yeah.
Gretzky.
Yeah.
You can name Grant Fuhr.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Lemieux.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great players that played back in the day. That's when they had the great Angels. That's when they had the Minnesota North Stars.
I remember one time I'm in Detroit, and Chris Chelios had a bar restaurant in downtown Detroit. And as I'm there for lunch, for work, and I'm walking out, Chris Chelios is walking in.
Oh, wow.
And I stopped in the doorway and talked to Chris Chelios for like 5-7 minutes, man. He was kind enough to have a conversation for quite a while. I told him I was from Chicago. I was a Blackhawks fan, and we just started talking.
Yeah.
Chris Chelios is he's high on my book. He was high on my book before that, but just to see how down to earth he was very cool. And in person I was with when we walked away was like, who was that? I was like, just Chris Chelios. He great player.
I got introduced to hockey at an early age. My uncle actually played for the Blackhawks Farm League back in the day. So that's how I got interested in hockey.
Okay.
Playing against him a lot. As a kid in Chicago, growing up, was definitely a Blackhawk fan. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to hockey and learned a lot of the players and things like that. Phil Esposito was another great player back in the day. Old school guy. So yeah.
So Eric, yes, I picked up that Cole Anthony for $80. Thank you very much. I'm a big Cole Anthony fan. I think he's going to be a nice player in years to come.
Let me ask you this question, FD.
What you got?
So do you like him in Orlando, or would you like to see him with a different team?
I would like to see. He needs to be around some talent. Can Orlando bring it to him? I just don't think so. That's why Shaq got out of that market and talked about he needed to leave. I'll hope that he's with another team somewhere soon after his rookie contract is up, and they can get some talent around him. I love to see him play with a big man. I always like to see a good point guard, a good two guard play with a big man. I would love to see him do that. He has a decent big man with him right now, but
Yeah,
he's going to be a nice player, man. I mean, his points jumped
yeah,
up from his rookie year to his second year. In that draft, people are talking about LaMelo, Anthony Edwards. People were talking about Wiseman. Not a lot of people were talking about Cole Anthony. And he
yeah,
can play ball.
yeah. He's decent.
Eric,
Couldn't
good eye
get
catching
that one.
that, man. Good eye catching that. I was shocked to. That's a quality card. I was shocked to find it. I do a lot of research on cards, so even the initial price was good. Um, I just wanted to put more sauce on that price, you know. Yes, hockey matches in person. Now, I've been to several uh,
Yeah,
stadiums, watched games live. I remember the first game I went to in St. Louis. Right, I'm sitting. We got some great tickets, but I'm sitting probably 5 rows from the ice, and you really couldn't see the strategy. So, and it is very cold in the stadium. For those who haven't went, it's ice, right?
oh yeah,
It's going to be cold. So someone has told me, like, go upstairs because the stadium wasn't that full. Go upstairs and watch this, and you'll see the strategy. So after a
yeah,
while, I think after the first period or something, I went upstairs and sat down and just watched the strategy. It's crazy because in football you call a timeout to change your packages or the people that you have on the field. In basketball, you call a timeout maybe to do the same thing or to get a breather. There are people that's on and off the ice in hockey, just moving,
yeah.
and it's
Changing,
there's a
changing.
rhythm. There's a rhythm there. So
Yeah, it is. It's great to play if you understand the game. You definitely got to bring it in hockey. You got to be prepared. Head got to be on the swivel. And that puck does hurt when you get hit with it. A lot of people think
oh, I can imagine. Have you held? I've held the puck. Ooh, I
yeah,
can imagine.
yeah,
So Colorado sports, dude, to me, it can be too hard to say some great is better than another unless it's totally a no-brainer. Who was better, Nolan Ryan or Bob Gibson? I don't even know. I can't answer that question. Uh, I can't answer that question. Now, if you're talking about playoff success, Nolan Ryan doesn't touch Bob Gibson. So I can't. No, you're talking about doing a regular season? It's probably Nolan Ryan. I don't know. We do know that the mound was changed for Bob Gibson? So I want to make sure everybody knows that Bob Gibson changed the game because of his dominance. So that's a tough question to answer. Um, very tough. Mamba says better. He does everything. Duncan was never a ball handler. Joker runs the point. Are we talking about Jokic? Runs the point for crying out loud. Duncan was true power forward. Are we saying? Let me just get this right, Mamba Marbles. Are we saying that Jokic is better than Tim Duncan?
I don't know.
I just
Let's
want to make
stop right here.
I just want to make sure I get that right. I just want to know what's being said. I'm trying to
I
catch.
hope that we're not saying that.
I'm trying to catch up in the comments. Just let me know. Oh, we back here. Okay, we
I
back
hope
here.
we're not
Julius
saying
says
that.
Mambas. Could he approach Tim Duncan level? Mamba says Julius. I know right. Everything goes through him. He's like Bill Russell. Oh wow. Okay. The Joker in Denver is going to win MVP. That guy is a whole wow. Mama, you're a fan.
Yeah, he probably got a
So
whole bunch of cards.
he was compared to Bill Russell, and he's better than Tim Duncan.
Stop it.
It's
I
pretty deep.
respect you. I respect your opinion, your humble opinion. I respect that, but I'm gonna have to call bull hockey now.
You know,
No way
there's some Yoki fans out here now. He's those are just some big claims. Those are some.
I'm not taking nothing away from him. He plays with my friend. I'm not taking nothing away from this guy. But when you start talking about greatness at the power forward, when you start talking about Tim Duncan, and you start talking about Bill Russell, them are two different. That's just like comparing Donnie Osmond to Michael Jackson. There is no comparison.
Julius came back. Mamas can't disagree with that. To me, though, Duncan has him on defense. And Jokic get the Nuggets to the multiple championships. You think? It's just that's hard for me with a comparison there. That's just difficult. I don't know. So we got a question here. Matt Ryan, thoughts on him next season? We talking about Matty Ice? I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not a big fan of Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan is someone who was overhyped, got caught up in publicity or a PR move. He's never won. He's on a team right now that has low talent. When ever since the Patriots came back from 25 down, Matt Ice has not been the same player. At least in my opinion, not been the same player. Hey, you know what's funny, right? I watched the game the other day of when Brady played the Pop the Trunk Atlanta Falcons, because that was a motto, Pop the Trunk. And you could see when Brady was going down the field at the end of that game to win. Now Matty Ice is just up pacing the sidelines, just looking up at the jumbotron, looking at the clock, just pacing the sidelines.
He should have been. So was his owner and his wife. They should have been.
Yeah, they were pacing.
I knew they were not going to win the game. I knew it.
There's a question here from Hero. Is the sports card investor app down for anyone else? Let Hero know if you're on the app. Is it down? Yeah, Chili's Chili is right by Comerica Park. Yeah, that's where I was, Jeff. Yeah, it was a great experience seeing him. I asked him what he was doing. Like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just coming in for a second. I was just making a run in and going out. But the way he took time to talk was interesting.
Probably mad respect for you though. But you like you like those. I like to see those type of interactions when people that are sports figures, they take the time just to talk to regular ordinary people.
Yep. Well, at the end of the day, right? We're all people. Yes. I've met a lot of celebrities in life. We're all people. There really is no difference. Someone may have a athletic ability. Someone may be able to jump high. Someone may be able to shoot the jump shot. Somebody may be able to dunk, run fast, catch the ball. We're all people at the end of the day. I think the more we remember that, the better part we all are. Is that, when I meet, let me tell you about me, right? When I meet an athlete, I'm more impressed by like Chelio's talking to me. Someone taking the time to do something off the field that they don't really have to do. Those are the things that would impress me more than like just how great of a player you are at your respective sport. Yeah, that's what I really get into. So now let me ask you, who watched the Pro Bowl yesterday? Please let's talk about this. Can we talk about this, people? Who watched the Pro Bowl yesterday? And let me ask this question. Should this game still exist?
In my humble opinion, I would say if this is how the Pro Bowl is going to be going forward, then you just need to cancel it. You need to cancel it. This is not the Pro Bowl, man. This is not how football should be played. If that's the case, you should have brought kids out of the stand and let them come around and play with you on the field.
Is it what was it? Is it touch football now? Or or should they turn the Pro Bowl into flag football?
Turn it into flag.
I don't really know. I don't really know what that is. I understand you have big contracts. I understand you don't want to get a guy hurt. I get that. But I don't even know what that was yesterday. And I used to watch the Pro Bowl all the time. I don't know what that was. Remember that hit Sean Taylor came in and put down in the Pro Bowl?
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember very vividly. But this goes back to what I spoke on before, FD. This low managing and worried about contracts. Los Angeles wasn't worried about contracts back then. They wanted to play the game.
I think this is a side effect of making so many dollars on the line. Just like guys now who don't play in their bowl, their last year of college, they forego the bowl. That used to never happen. But they don't want to risk injury. They want to get paid. I remember Dalvin Cook played in his bowl, and that was like, oh wow, he's going to play in the bowl game. But everybody's playing the bowl game. So I think this is a side effect of, but it just looks so bad. You look at the game, it just looks bad. It would be like if they doing an All-Star game in Major League Baseball, if everybody was pitching at like 60 miles an hour, 70 miles, it's not even a sport that these people were brought to the Pro Bowl for. It's just not good.
I wouldn't say pitching 60 miles. I'm talking about hitting off a tee if that's the case. Like that's to me, once again, in my humble opinion, I feel like you're cheating the fans. The fans did not come there to see that.
It's not good. If anybody enjoyed that yesterday, please let me know. And let's just talk about why. That's all. I just want to know, is that really a sport? Is that the sport of football? It's really not. No. So let's get caught up here on this Jokic conversation. Big dude said, man, I can't stand Jokic. But his skill set hasn't been it's hard to see. He does have skills, right? He plays the center position unlike most. We'll admit that. And Glorious P. Jokic is talented, but will win maybe one championship in his career. That's it. I really don't see him winning any. I could be wrong. They've had some injuries on that team. So he needs to get Murray back. He needs to get some people back to really see what they can do. But Love What You Collect says Jokic is nice, but he should not be in the same sentence as Bill Russell or Tim Duncan.
Thank you. Love What You Collect.
Yeah, I just don't know how many people are making that comparison. Wow, Mamba's really Mamba. Wow. This shocks me right now. I don't get shocked by much, but this shocks me that this is the statement for Jokic and his ability and his comparison to Duncan, because Duncan had an all-star team and Pop is the coach. That's interesting. That's interesting. Hey, we all have a right to our opinion. I just don't know how many people or how many comparisons are going to be between Jokic, Bill Russell, and Tim Duncan.
Not very many.
Mama, you're talking about pumping card talk. Joker's got to do that. This night was going so well. Had to bring up Matty Ice. Oh, and you just mentioned the collapse against Tampa Bay. Thanks for room night, fellas. Julius, we got to keep it real, man. You talking about the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, right?
You will never see that again.
Probably never see it again. Let me tell you the story. And JP knows this. I'm over a friend's house that night. Bunch of people over. We're sitting around watching the game, right? Patriots are losing. I'm like, man, you know what? It's getting late. I think I'm going to go home. I get in my car. I start driving home. And then probably about 10 minutes before I get to where I live, I flip on the radio and I start listening to the game. And the announcers are losing it. They're just screaming and hollering. And then I start hearing, oh, we've never seen this. Is historic. And I'm thinking, like, okay, has Atlanta like now extended? Are they blowing out the Patriots? Like, why are they so excited? But the flip side had actually happened. The Patriots had come down and taken the. I turned it on right after the touchdown where the Patriots took the lead. Never heard or seen anything like that. I couldn't get home decently before that game had become historic.
Yeah, they tied it up. I mean, these dudes had 2-point conversions. You like I said, with TV, you will never see this done again. Not my lifetime, you won't.
Oh, big dude said Shanahan's the problem. He said Matty Ice had one of the greatest games in the Super Bowl. Look at his rating. Shanahan screwed him up.
Let me ask Big Dude a question. So since he had one of the greatest games in the Super Bowl, why didn't they win? It was actually a great.
Let's see here. Okay, his rating in the Super Bowl was 117.1. That's a good, probably like a Jeopardy stat or something good one day to talk about. 117.1. It's a good rating.
We can't blame Shanahan.
All the Niners need is a guy like Matty Ice. They would win the Super Bowl. There's some belief here, Matty Ice.
Yeah.
It says Jokic is on track to have the highest player efficiency ever in a season. Does anybody know Jordan's player efficiency? Does anybody know Shaq's player efficiency? Anybody know Tim Duncan's? Kobe Bryant's? Kawhi Leonard? Does anybody know that? I don't know that. I know they could play though, but I don't know that. Yeah, I think the Pro Bowl, Mamba, now you're talking. I think the Pro Bowl needs to be canceled. Or played in a way that could be somewhat fun. I don't know. I don't know if flag football, they probably never do that because I just don't know. Or do they name those to the Pro Bowl, have a ceremony, and then just kind of move on? I don't know. I can see the potential comparison of Jokic and Duncan based on the effect they have on a game. Different for both, and still too early to call it right now. Potential could be there. Julius, I just don't see that. I've watched a lot of Tim Duncan ball from the time he was at Wake Forest. I don't see it at all. That's just me.
But I do know that if you're talking about if you look on history, you're talking about efficiency. Like the top 10 NBA players in efficiency. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He does. He leads it. 27.91. I'm looking at a list here. I'm going to read off what includes the list. You got Michael Jordan, LeBron James. You have Anthony Davis, Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, Will Chamberlain, Bob Pettit, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and James Harden. And Mike leads all of them with a player efficiency of 27.91. LeBron James number 2, Davis number I think 3. They got Shaq next, and then David Robinson. The list goes on and on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is a key fact in the history of the NFL pertaining to the Pro Bowl. Because I watched this the day that it happened. And when Flea Market with the knowledge here, when Robert Edwards tore his knee up playing flag football in the Pro Bowl, insane, is when everything changed in everyone's mind. Robert Edwards, if you don't know, was an up and coming player for the Patriots. Was a good running back.
Mm-hmm.
His game was never the same when he came back. It was a horrible injury to see. And that's why you have now when you run the ball and you're pulling up like to hit someone, they just call the ball dead. That's why you see that. That's good knowledge, Flea Market. Good knowledge. Yeah, that Sean Taylor hit was crazy. One of the best of all time. I mean, he comes through and just obliterates.
Yeah. But that's how Sean Taylor played the game, though. We all knew who Sean Taylor was. And hits that he laid down. It didn't matter where you were playing. You could be playing on concrete, sand, it didn't matter. Sean Taylor was going to bring the wood. And everybody knew that.
So if my parent...
True. He was going to bring the pain.
Yeah. Everybody knew that.
He was something special.
Yeah, it was, man. Taken away too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, taken away way too soon, man.
He's one of those players when you saw him play straight out of college. It was like, man, he plays like he's throwback to like Ronnie Lott days.
Yeah. Ronnie Lott, Jack Tatum, them type of players.
Yeah, he was
really throwbacks. Yeah.
Something special.
You know, you think about situations like that. Would this dude be today? I think he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think so too. Unless there was a horrible injury or something happened to him.
Yeah.
I think so too. You keep going, JP. I got to pull up this clip.
Yeah.
You keep going with our people here. I have to show people this time.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Keep
going. So let's look at this. Out there now, the Rams defensive coordinator is making a statement that Jalen Ramsey can cover any wide receiver in the NFL, period, hands down. Anybody out there, give us feedback on do you think Jalen Ramsey can cover anybody in the NFL? We're not talking about in this Super Bowl. This is the comment that the Rams defensive coordinator just made. This was a recent comment.
He said Ramsey is like Revis Island. Huh? Doesn't matter who's out there.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Has anybody seen that last game when Tom Brady threw that touchdown to Mike Evans? Who was covering who?
That was like burnt toast, right?
Oh my Lord.
That was interesting, man.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know Mike Evans had that kind of footwork, route running, and speed.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. That's always been there. He wasn't getting that when Famous James was there, but it was always there. You see what greatness brings out of people. This is what greatness brings out of people. This is what Brady brings out of people. He's going to maximize to get the most out of his players. What you got for us, FD?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Hold on. Let me get it right.
oh.
Let me get it right.
Brian Moore is going to fake it. On the run, and he's going to throw it short.
Oh.
Now that's the Pro Bowl.
Ooh.
That is the Pro Bowl. Did y'all see that, people? Man, that is the Pro Bowl. That's not what we saw yesterday.
No.
Man, every time I watch that, I'm excited. Woo.
Your blood gets to flowing.
Man.
Oh,
That gets me excited. Man, Anthony says Mays is the best player ever to me. So, of course, I think he's undervalued. He is undervalued. And I know that sounds ridiculous with his value, but when compared to all, there's so much room there. Top 2 player of all time?
Oh, without question.
Without question. And there's a lot of people who play baseball. There's a lot of great players that have played baseball.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a whole nother level. But, man, that Sean Taylor hit, man. Man, I just can't. I wish we could see stuff like that now, man. That was man.
And when we talk about baseball, what I think a lot of Negro League players don't get the due that they deserve neither. Because one of my favorite guys was Leroy Satchel Paige, bro.
Satchel Paige, yeah. Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell.
Yes.
There are players you can name that. Yeah, Mama Marvel says Google efficiency. Okay. All I can say is this. I respect that. But efficiency doesn't win championships. It's a stat that people talk about potential or, what the player does when they're on the court. It's a good number to talk about. But JP, when you were growing up, maybe I'm wrong. When did you start hearing about player efficiency ratings?
I heard a little bit about it. Not much. But it was more assessing of talent, what these people did on the court, were they winning championships, and how were they making people around them better. When you start speaking to certain players, right? After you know this, you still start speaking to players of Magic Johnson, Jordan, Bird. These, you know that they made a team better, the people around them better, right? Can you say the same thing about when you start speaking about that other guy, LBJ? Can you start speaking about that? Can you start speaking about Matty Ice? Can you start speaking about Aaron Donald? Can you start saying that these type of players make people around them better?
True. So let's go back. So Julia said that Matty Ice doesn't have it mentally. I don't think so. I agree with that. Never been a guy to push a team over the top. And it's hard to really have it. You can only name so many quarterbacks that just are locked in, no matter what's going on around them. No matter if they just got blasted on the sack, if they just fumbled, if they just threw an interception. They come to the sideline, the coach is chewing them out, whatever it may be. They're just zeroed in. They are just focused on what's going on next and how to rebound. A certain number of quarterbacks like that. I don't think Matty Ice. I don't think the name even fits him because Matty Ice is about having ice in your veins. Matty Ice tells me that no matter what comes across your face, you're gonna get up, straighten your face mask up, and go back in that huddle and attack that defense. I don't see that from him. I don't see it at all. So, but I hope that he has success in the future. Let me say this: I just don't see that. Is anybody invested in Matty Ice's cards? If someone like got this Matty Ice collection that they're like, you know what, FD? This is what I like. I like to talk about that. That's almost more of an interesting conversation to me than Matty Ice, the football player, because I can get into someone who is talking through that collection and they like a player. I can dig that, but Matty Ice is a player. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard for me. It's just hard.
So let me ask you a question, FD. How many years you think Matty Ice is going to play?
Well, it all depends on, if he wants to be a starter, he probably has 5 more years, something like that, 6 more years. I think he's not that old. But if he wants to become a backup, he probably can play for a while. Let's find out how old is Matty Ice. Let's see here.
31, 32, man.
Is he 31, 32?
I would say probably somewhere around in there.
Let's see here. Getting close to the. Matt Ryan was born in 85. So he's 36 years old. He could play it to his early 40s. I think if he wanted to. He could probably still be a starter all the way up until that time. In the NFL?
Yeah, the way it is now, because you can't really touch the quarterback. So, yeah, sure.
And Glorious P, I've been PCing Mike Evans. That's a great, smart move. He's cheap to collect. Yeah. I think you're going to see, if you're a PCN because you love him, he's a great player. If you're PCN because you think of investment potential, I think that you'll see an increase on his cards, probably significant for the basis on his cards. So, yeah. I like Matt. I like him a lot. He's a humble guy. He comes out to play. He caught number 600. So,
yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
And caught the last touchdown too.
Yeah, is he above average, Julius? I don't know. He's the kind of player that keep fans and teams just interested enough, though. I mean, I will say he put some passes down. Sometimes you're like, man, he just put the ball right there. Then some other times he's a very average player. Colorado, that's what I miss. I'm waiting for another player like that to come along. A safety that scares everyone. Sean Taylor, Jack Tatum, Atwater. Who's your top 5 hitters? Top 5 hitters. Tatum, Ronnie Lott. Who else? JP, help me out here.
You got Jack Tatum, Ronnie Lott. Mm-hmm. You got what's my man? I used to play with. I'm Hall of Famer now with the 49ers.
You're not talking about Ronnie Lott. Oh, John Lynch. John Lynch. John Lynch is up there. He's a big time hitter. I'm Gary Fensick was brought to pain.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people name Gary Fensick, but I'm naming Gary Fensick.
Yeah, he would knock himself out just to knock you
out. Ray Lewis. I don't know if we're talking about just safeties, but Ray Lewis was a hit.
Once that would knock you out too.
Oh, he took Jerry Rice out.
If you want to get into hitting, Mike Singletary, another one that would bring the pain to you. There's a lot of them. It just depends on what position you're talking about.
True, true. Julius says Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark used to bring it. Yeah,
Uh, he did. If I was going to pick a player, I would say that would hit Ryan Clark. I would say Dawkins for the
oh yeah, Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dawkins was wild, man. He was a wild player. He would say he felt like he transformed into an animal before games.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
That's why he used to crawl out. When he came out the tunnel, he was crawling on all fours.
Yeah.
He was something else, man.
Yeah. John Randall, another one. John Randall would light you up. I mean, we can go on about players about hitting. Yeah.
Tim Duncan and the USA select team almost took out the Olympic team in 1996. That's all the player efficiency I need. Yeah, I know Mambas Marvels is a big Jokic fan. I can respect that. It's interesting. It's always good to have, healthy discussion. What I really like about being on here with everyone is that I get different perspectives. And no matter how much I may talk about Michael Jordan, for instance, right? If someone else comes up and says Kobe is the GOAT, I love to have that conversation. If someone says LeBron is the GOAT, I love to have that conversation. Never dismissive. Never anything like that. I just love to see where people are coming from. What's their rationale? What are they thinking about? Player efficiency. This is the strongest conversation I've ever had with anyone on player efficiency. It's a cool conversation to have. It's different, but it just lets me know where people are, what they're thinking about, and that even transfers over. Like I like to have good conversations with people about collectability of things, and why. If you're looking at someone strictly on an investment potential, like what decisions are you making and why? If I'm having a conversation with someone based upon their PC and what they like, that's a totally different conversation to me. And I enjoy those conversations. I like talking to people about what player you like and why. It's cool to have, because usually you start talking about memories and it brings back certain thoughts on things in the past that are cool to go through.
Mm-hmm.
JB Ice, is that his name now? Is the next truth. No Matty Ice. They call him Burrow JB Ice? That name may fit a little better.
No.
Flea Market, I grabbed some Topps Chrome Matty Ice because it's cheap, and I think he has a shot at the Hall of Fame. We talked about this before. I actually think Matty Ice could be a Hall of Famer at some point. I think he could be a Hall of Famer.
He got great numbers.
Yeah, he's got great numbers. I still want to see if they're going to put Testaverde in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
you talking about numbers?
Yeah, that dude was loaded. He was loaded. Yeah.
Loaded.
Yeah, if you talking about putting somebody in, I would see him before Matty Ice. That dude was no joke.
Yeah, Julius, Mr. Ryan does have that Eli face. Kind of stare off a little bit, like you don't know what's going on. Almost like the games at the end when Eli used to get benched and he would walk off the field with that same face, like, what's going on? Big dude, but fellas, context is everything. He's had trash lines his whole career. As we know, the trenches is everything. The 1 year he had a great line was his MVP year. Okay.
Ask me this question, big dude. Who can you name off that offensive line?
But hold up, JP. Is he talking about Jokic, or is he talking about what is big dude talking about right now?
I thought he was talking about if he's talking about the line, he's talking about Matty Ice.
Oh, Matty Ice. Okay, he's had trash lines. Okay, that helps me out.
Yeah, I just want to know, can he name some players off that line? I couldn't name nobody off the line, really. When they went to the Super Bowl, I can name you one player on the offensive line.
So Mike Evans, right? He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Oh, without question.
Oh, it doesn't even surprise. I didn't even know this, but it's surprising. Mike Evans is amazing dude. Hosts at camp and his whole town, Galveston, free. That doesn't even shock me. I see one or two interviews of him, and I would think that he's doing that. Doesn't shock me. He comes across as that person, pretty genuine person.
Very humble dude, very appreciative.
Just look at his sacks, hurries numbers each year. Always top 3 most pressure. I wonder if big dude's living in Atlanta. What you think?
Probably is.
You down there? You down there on Peachtree? Where you at, man?
I still want them names off the offensive line.
Every time I go to Atlanta, man, I'm on a different Peachtree than the person I'm on the phone with, and we're meeting somewhere. Right? It's like 18 Peachtrees down there, man.
The streets drop off and pick up.
Bro, just drop off and pick right up. Like it's like, oh no, I'm down on the northeast corner of Peachtree. Wow. Wow. I thought I was getting here on time, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Does Antonio Brown get signed next season? I think so. But what do you think, JP?
Somebody will probably pick him up, and it'll be the same show that we always get. It'll be good for a minute, and then all of a sudden, I worry more about Antonio Brown, the person, than I do the player.
So do I. That's really the only thing I ever have to say on Antonio Brown. I want to make sure Antonio Brown is good. Is Antonio Brown okay? Now, if he is really okay, not him just saying he's okay, but if he's really okay, then I'm good.
Yeah.
If he never played another snap, I would care about Antonio Brown as the person going forward. It doesn't even matter to me if he catches another touchdown or he's already had a career that think about who he's caught touchdowns from. Most people love to play with those people. So I just hope he's okay.
Yeah.
But Bob Sanders is the person that I was thinking about. Ooh, Bob Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about hit. Yeah, Bob Sanders was something else.
Yeah. Yeah, number 21. Yeah.
But let me say this. Roethlisberger's out the game, right?
Yep.
Tom Brady's out the game, right?
Yep.
We don't know about Gronk yet. I think Gronk is gone.
Yeah, he's retired. He's done.
Yeah, Gronk is not starting over with. So think about that, right? Hall of Fame night. Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Gronk all go in the same night.
Bro, that's bananas.
You talking about those features?
Yeah, I would love to be there to see that.
I can't wait for Gronk to get up and start talking about Belichick and his rules. Did you hear about Gronk? That was something that came out recently about Gronk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know this is Gronk being Gronk. He, in the offseason with the Tampa Bay Bucks, he has to run and show evidence of himself running each week, right? I think it was each week.
Mm-hmm.
Each day or each week. I think it was maybe each day. So Gronk runs and comes out to run with a change of shirts, right? So he's running, and then he would change his shirt, and then he would run again all the same day, change his shirt, run more, and then videotape all that and send them on separate days. Some people say, right, that's a crafty vet, right?
Gronk cracks me up, dude.
So when people ask this question, feed the goats. For overall total stats, regular season, playoff, and championships, who is the better goat, Brady or Jordan? Explain why. I just don't do this, right? I'm just going to tell you about me. I can't take a comparison of GOAT status across the sport. Look, I can't compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan. I can't compare Michael Jordan to Muhammad Ali. Or Brady. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
can't.
I can't do that.
No. I've never made that comparison anyway. Though.
No.
It's like,
To me, let's just say, right, in our probably fandom now, we like to get down to we like to start splitting hairs. Let's just say Tom Brady's a GOAT and Michael Jordan's a GOAT. And respect them for their respective sports. Enjoy watching flashbacks. Like I was watching games. I watch old Bull games all the time. All the time. 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98. I even watched stuff back when Jordan and Pippen and Horace Grant were trying to climb that ladder and get to another level. I even watched that stuff. I just respect them for who they are and what they're doing at the time. Like it's not, I can't. I don't have an answer to that. But you can surely chime back in and let me know what you think, but I just can't. It's hard. What's up, fellas? Wanted to jump on earlier, but had to finish Ozark. Ooh, Ozark.
that was a great series.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that was
in Franklin. Series. So I watched the entire fourth season in 2.5 days. That thing is like, some people say, some people in my family is like, man, how do you watch that? I think it's disturbing. Like to me, it's intriguing because you don't know what's going to happen next, and when the next thing happens, what's going to happen after that?
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers on Ozark, but I'm a big fan of it. I know Anne Franklin III is a big fan of it.
Yeah, so am I.
That whole thing, man. If you haven't watched it, go back to season 1 and just enjoy yourself all the way through because it doesn't dip off. It's not like something like, man, I watched season 1 and 2. Then when I got to 3 and 4, man, it just wasn't as good. It's not like that. It's well written. I mean, it's just wow. That's a show right there. Don't get me wrong. Duncan is the man. I'm looking at possibility of what's to come if Joe continues this transcendent path. Well, let's just let him play. Let's let him play and then see what he does. Let's get Murray back, get some players around him, and then see what can happen there. You never know. Never know. Let me know in the comments too. Let's talk the hobby too now. Let's let me know what you're looking at right now as far as adding to your PC, or if you flip what you're looking to flip. What players are coming across your eyesight and why? What are you looking at? I'd be interested to know. Okay. Question. Chase, CD, or Justin Jefferson? What you say, JP?
Give me Justin Jefferson and also give me Chase. I'm not too fond on CD.
CD is like CD is not, in my opinion, he's not going to take a hit to advance that chain.
No.
I don't see that. But JP, if you had to pick between Chase and Justin Jefferson, who are you picking?
I'm going with Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is special.
I love this dude. Footwork, his get off, his speed, his willingness to go up and do all that traffic and get the ball.
He has the ability to be top 4 wide receiver all the time when he retires.
Oh yeah.
You can mention him with you can mention him with Jerry Rice, T.O., Randy Moss, and Fitzgerald. He's going to be right around there, barring no injury, anything crazy happening. Let him continue to have a decent, a good, great quarterback, and his lights out.
Yeah,
he is special. Chase is also a good player. I mean, he can do a lot of stuff.
I take nothing away from that dude. I mean, but you got okay. Look at this situation. Burrow had both of them, right? One on one side, one on the other at LSU. So it's like pick your poison. Is what I'm talking about. It's crazy.
Big dude, appreciate you. Appreciate the combo, guys. Glad I could finally catch you live instead of catching the replay. You guys rock. Have a great night. Gotta get going. Big dude, appreciate you. Please come back next week. We'd love to have you. It's been a pleasure. Been a real.
Hey, but big dude, make sure you giving them people off the offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons, bro. Oh man.
Good evening, Phoenix Rising. What's going on? After the Super Bowl, I'm going to run with FD. Eric, I appreciate you. Again, we're going to have a live called the after party after the Super Bowl where we're going to kick it. Bring your celebratory beverages if you have some. Just kick back. We're going to have conversations about many different things. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have my apple cider just sitting right here. I'm just going to be slamming apple cider that night.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn and your apple cider together. Get it ready. We're going to have fun. It's going to be real nice. Debo or Percy Harvin. Like, I don't know if it was U.S. Dolphin or someone else. Someone else made a comparison between Debo and Percy Harvin. I think Debo is a more complete player than Percy Harvin. I thought a lot of Percy Harvin as far as his ability to move the chains and get the ball down the field. Especially that wild. What's that, sir?
I said I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, he was trying to make a comeback at one point.
Okay. Yeah.
So the play is Mighty Ice, right? Calling it. Sydney, what's that? Let me know what that is. FD. So the play is Mighty Ice, right? Calling it. Okay. Okay. This is a way better question. The two best hockey goats, Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky. It's hard to make that comparison. I've had this conversation years ago with people. They played in two different eras. Hockey was different when Wayne Gretzky played than Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
I mean, they were clothesline. What's that?
They're legendary players.
Yeah, they're both legendary. It's just hard to make that comparison. Feed the Gods goes across, like he's going across eras. It's like playing who's better, George Mikan or Shaq. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. Who's better? AJP, who's better, George Mikan or Shaq?
Shaq, come on, man.
No, you gotta go back into that day. You got to get into what George Mikan was doing. What was expected of a big man back then? I mean, it's complicated for me. You said respect.
It's like saying who was better than, was it Josh Gibson or was it Matt Cruz as far as?
Yeah, that's kind of in the same era, though. You know, it's I don't know, it's just interesting. You know, it's just interesting. You can bring your malt liquor, Sancho. You can bring your malt liquor. It's all good.
Yeah.
I won't be drinking malt liquor, but you can definitely bring malt liquor. JP, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some people said that the two worst teams in the Pro Bowl should play each other for the number one pick. Then you get a competitive game. But if let's play devil's advocate here. If I'm a team that just got put out of playoffs, like if I'm Patrick Mahomes, again, are we playing hard in the game? Am I putting my career on the line for a number one pick for the Lions? I'm not doing that.
No.
What was that, JP?
I said the Kansas City almost lost to the Detroit Lions in the regular season.
Yeah, true. All right. Colorado Sports News said, how do you think Hall of Fame cards play out in 50 years? Say a Dan Marino rookie card to say future Hall of Fame Mahomes rookies. So many colors and numbers, it's hard to think how that might play out to say a single Dan Marino. How do you think Hall of Fame cards play out in 50 years? So, Colorado Sports News, you're asking, how does a Dan Marino rookie card compare to a
How do you
Mahomes
think
rookie
Hall of
card?
Fame cards play out 50 years? Saying Dan Marino's rookie cards, say future Hall of Fame Mahomes rookie cards. So many colors and numbers, it's just hard to think how it might play out to say a single Dan Marino.
I don't think a Mahomes card. We're talking about from a monetary perspective will ever compare to a Dan Marino rookie card. And I've seen some Dan Marinos that are very rare. I mean, tops, high grades, BGS 10s. I don't see any comparison there. I just want to make sure I'm not missing the question or misunderstanding something. So my answer is a Mahomes card will always be worth more than a Dan Marino rookie card. And it's about interest, it's about popularity, it's about Mahomes is on the field right now. Dan Marino is not even on TV anymore. I think all those things matter. AZ Dad 32. Either of you fellas watched the Buffalo Bills documentary, The Falls of Buffalo? I watched part of it. It was good. Yeah, I watched part of it. Brought back a lot of memories watching Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith play ball. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Those are great teams.
Yeah. On the road, yeah. Them dudes was a problem.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you were trying to make it difficult. It's just it's a difficult comparison to make. You know, just difficult. My NBA MVP pick of the year. That's a great question. Love what you collect. I'm going with Embiid. I'm going straight to Philly with it. Philly steaks, extra onions, whole a lot of that cheese. I'm going straight for Embiid. I've watched him play this entire season, and he's playing on another level. Really,
I would say
level.
We'll see.
Who would you say, JP?
I said, I don't know. He's playing great right now. I want to see how long it's going to last, though. How long can this trend keep up? You know,
it'd be interesting. If you didn't pick him, who would you pick?
I'll pick Curry.
I don't think Curry's going to win the MVP this year. I think Curry's going to win a championship this year.
Yeah, he's going to win a chip.
That's what I think. And I want him to get a Finals MVP. But we'll see. Big dude, I know, man. I'm just messing with you. You may be gone by now, but Northern California. I thought you was down on Peachtree. But if you're here again, I would love to hear where you live in Northern California. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. JP, you have anything else you want to dive in on before we get out of here?
No, nobody still has not answered that question. Do they think that Durant can cover any player in the NFL? But no, I don't think anything else. I'm good to go, bro. I don't have anything else. What about anything else you wanted to happen, bro?
What was that? You said what? What was that?
I said no. Do you have anything else you wanted to happen to?
Yeah, I got one other thing I want to jump into before we get out. Hold on 1 second.
All right. I think I know what he's going to. Yeah, go ahead, put it up there. Put it up there. If I was a betting man, you're gonna put Tampa Bay up there versus the Rams and Jalen Ramsey getting burned. If I'm a betting man, that's what I'm rolling with.
You know what? Since you said that, we're going to play that right after this. All right.
Okay.
So right now, we're going to play this.
What's up, everybody? This is FD from Rolling with FD. I was talking to JP the other day, the co-host of What's the Play, and we said, you know what would be great to do? Would be to get the community together on a live right after the Super Bowl. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be a blast, a lot of fun. We're going to talk the hobby, cars, collectibles, sports, and everything else under the sun. This is going to be classic. Tune in right after the Super Bowl, right after the game is over. We'll be on, and there's going to be a rotation of people coming through. And if you haven't met them, you'll meet them now. Let's go! Hey!
So I wanted to play that for my son. He asked me, could he be on the live tonight? So that's his way of being on the live. We already talked about the after party. It's at the bottom here on the ticker. It's coming after the Super Bowl. Please check it out. We'd love to have you. I think it's going to be a great time to get the community together and just talk about stuff. And this would be a small snapshot of the community, but it'd be good to have conversations with people after a major event like that. But JP brought up something. So JP, hold on. I got something else for you.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Can't get no better than a live, man. Interacting with the crowd, the people, the community. It's great to come up with different questions. Some of the stuff had me kind of thinking I got to do some more homework and research. Once it's all said and done, I'm still thinking about this awesome line that they're talking about that right hand. I'm going to do some research on that.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. This is historic, right? This is Brady. This is Brady's last touchdown that we'll ever see him throw.
This time, the line go left. Brady looking the other way. Brady going deep down the right sideline. Evans, he makes the catch. He's in for the score.
Yeah, it wasn't on the screen.
Beautiful. What's that, sir?
It wasn't on the screen.
Oh, it wasn't? Beautiful. Beautiful throw. Let me go back there.
Oh, I bet it was.
We got to get this on the screen. Hold on here. Hold on here. We got to get this on the screen. Can you see now? You're there now, right? Let's watch this as a group here.
Wide to the left. Brady looking the other way. Brady going deep down the right sideline for Evans. He makes the catch. He's in for the score. Covered by Ramsey, but he got free, and Brady put it right on the.
Brady put it right on the money. I appreciate you all being here tonight. Thoughts on Marvel cards? Feed the gods. I'm going to start with this next week. What are my thoughts on Marvel cards? Please come back. I will start on this. Do I ever use ComC? I use ComC as research right now, a research site. I haven't purchased anything off ComC. Phoenix Rising. Montana's last pass as an NFL player in a KC uniform versus Dawson. Pretty ironic when he defeated Marino in the Super Bowl. Very true. I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming in earlier, 2 hours earlier. We will be back next Monday and each Monday after. Excuse me. We won't be back next Monday. We'll have the after Super Bowl party. But then we'll come back the following Monday after that weekend. So we'll be back Sunday, and then we'll be back the following Monday. Please come in, and we'll talk about Marvel cards during the live on Sunday. So please come back to the party. We'll be here for that. We'd love to see you. Let's let JP say one more word before he gets out of here. JP, you have one thing to say before we get out of here? JP, you have something to say before we get out of here? Can you hear me, JP? What I'm going to say, I'm going to end this for JP and I know he's having some technical difficulties. We'll be back on Sunday, and then we'll be back the following Monday. But please come back for the party on Sunday. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Have a good night.